All right, so here we are going to talk about the Aufbau Principle. The Aufbau Principle. Remember, in the last video, I mentioned three principles. I mentioned the Aufbau Principle, the poly exclusion principle, and then the Holmes rule. So this video now, I am going to explain the Aufbau Principle. All right, so Aufbau principle is that principle that talks about filling your electrons from the lower energy level to the higher energy level, from the lower orbital to the higher orbital, right? Now, it is that principle that talks about let's um, relate it to real life experience now. Like in the teaching profession, normally as a teacher, you are advised to teach from simple to complex. You are advised to teach from simple to complex and not from complex to simple, so as to carry the slow learners along, right? So now when we have our simple now, we fix our lower energy level or orbital, and then when we have the complex, we fix the higher one. Are we together? So that is that about it. Our principle states that electrons fill the lower energy levels first before filling the higher energy level. And of course, I use the teaching profession to explain that. Now let's go. Remember I said that for you to understand electron configuration very well, you need your knowledge of the periodic table. Now on the periodic table, we have four blocks. We have four blocks. We have the S block, we have the P block, and we have the D block here, and then the F block, right? The F block. Now, the S block is permitted to carry maximum of 2 electrons, right? Maximum of 2 electrons. Now, the P block here is permitted to carry maximum of 6 electrons. And then the D block here is permitted to carry maximum of 10 electrons, and then the S block here is permitted to carry maximum of 14 electrons. What is the meaning of this? Wherever you see this S, whenever you're filling the S orbital, please do not exceed 2. Do not exceed 2. Once the equation is balanced, once the block is balanced with 2, please move to the next orbital, move to the next energy level. That is the meaning of it. That is the meaning of this. All right, so the S block from our periodic table, I said the S block is permitted to carry 2 electrons, the P block carries 6 electrons, the D 10, and then the F 14. All right, now there's a simple way of knowing how to fill in electrons, like during configuration, right? Now I'm going to give you that step. Once you know this, believe me, you will not have any challenge filling or fixing the configuration of elements and the rest. Now let's have it. The first thing to do is, remember I said you need your knowledge of this S, P, D, F, right? So this is your guide. This is your guide for configuration. So how do we do this? Remember, you start with this. It is well arranged. Don't go and fix your S here and then jump to F. It will not give you the right thing, right? So after your S, you have your P, you have your D, and then you have your F. That is how you go with the energy levels. Now here we have our S, so we start with the S. Now let's go. 1S, 2S, 3S, 4S, 5S, 6S, and 7S. What is the next energy level? There was the next orbital there. We have this, right? So our P comes here. We have 2P, 3P, 4P, 5p, 6p, 7p. What is the next one? This, the D, right? So we go with it with D here. 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, and 7D. The next one now is this. We have our F. You fix your F here. You can see the arrangement, right? You see the arrangement. Now you fix your D, your F here. We have 4F, 5F, 6F, and then 7F. Now check the arrows. Okay, I'm going to fix my arrows now. We have the first one here. You see this is alone. The one F is standing alone, so your arrow comes this way. The second one is our 2S, right? The 2S is also standing alone. We fix our arrow here. Now the next one is what? After this 2S, you go to 2P. You can see the numbering. You go to 2P. So my arrow comes this way. And then the next one is what? Is my 3P and then 4S. My arrow comes this way. Okay? Hope you are following. And then the next one is what? My 3D. So my arrow comes this way. Right? Can you see the arrangement? Very simple. The next one is what? My 4D. And I pick it from here. Right? The next one is what? 4F. And I pick my arrow down here. And then we have our 5F, our 6F, and then the 7F. As simple as that. Nothing difficult about it. Okay? So now, what is this telling you? The arrow here is telling you that the first thing to do, the first orbital to use is this S. And you start with 1 first, right? You have to feel this before going here. That once you have up to 2 here, you move here to 2S. So let's say this is our 1 now. This is 2. After here, where do you go? You move to this other side. See, it's coming down here. So this is our 3. This is 4. We move again. This is 5. This is 6. We come down here. 7 here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. As simple as that. Remember, in chemistry, we don't do memorization. We don't do memorization in chemistry. You study to know. Once you know it, nothing will be difficult. Do you understand? So study to know, have it, like just have it in you. Okay? So now, once you know this, remember I said this particular thing you're seeing here serves as your guide. So you know the blocks we have. Now, they serve as your orbital. So you use S, P, D, and F for that. So this is a simple way of filling it. You see how I arrange my own. You can as well do this at home, please. You can try it to see if you can have something like this, if your arrows can go well. The first one, 1 to 7. The second one, you start with 2. The third one, you start with 3. Of course, the fourth one, you also start with 4. All right. So I go again. Let me explain the Aufbau principle again using the teaching profession. I said we teach from simple to complex and not from complex to simple. And it's the same thing here. You can see this is the smallest. Now this is our simple topic. And then we get here. This is 7. Here we have 7F. So let's say this is the complex one now. And it is the higher energy level. Please do well to follow us on Facebook, The Chemistry Zone, YouTube at The Chemistry Zone. Thank you and God bless you.